My name is Mr. Spooky, and I'm about to tell you a story that will leave you trembling. Please like and subscribe if you want to hear more. So please sit back and enjoy.
The Whispering Hollow. By the time you hear it, it's too late. The sun had nearly set when 12-year-old Aaron took the wrong trail. He hadn't meant to wander so far. It started as a shortcut back to the cabin, a path he thought he remembered from last summer. But now the trees were thicker, the shadows deeper, and the air smelled wrong, like copper and wet leaves. Crunch. Aaron froze. He looked behind him, but there was no one there. Just a deer, he whispered, heart thudding. But deer don't whisper your name. Aaron! The voice was soft, thin, like it was made of wind. His breath caught in his throat. He turned slowly, scanning the woods. "Who's there?" he called, voice cracking. No answer. He pulled out his flashlight, a weak beam that barely cut through the growing darkness. The batteries were dying. Great. The woods seemed to press in on him. Every branch looked like a claw, every rustle like something creeping just out of sight. Then he saw it, just off the trail, between two birch trees, a figure. It stood still, too still. It looked like a boy, maybe a little older than Aaron, shirtless, barefoot, skin pale as bone. His eyes were wide and black, too big for his face. "Hey," Aaron called. "Are you okay?" The boy didn't answer. Instead, he smiled. Then he vanished. Aaron stumbled backward, tripping over a root. His flashlight clattered to the ground, flickering. "Nope," he muttered, picking himself up. "Nope, nope, nope." He turned to run, but the path behind him had changed. Twisted. Trees grew too close together now. He could have sworn this was a trail, but it looked like it had never been walked on. Panic rose in his chest. Then he heard it again. "Aaron!" It was behind him. He ran. Branches whipped his face. Roots grabbed at his feet. The forest seemed alive, angry that he was there. He didn't stop until his lungs burned. Then, silence. He crouched beside a mossy log, trying to catch his breath. Snap. A twig. He looked up. The pale boy stood a few feet away, upside down. No, not upside down. Hanging from a branch. His head cocked at an unnatural angle, long black hair dangling, his smile wide, too wide. "You shouldn't have come here," the boy said, voice like broken glass. Aaron screamed and ran again. No direction, just away. The trees blurred. He didn't know how long he ran, but eventually the forest opened into a clearing. Moonlight bathed the area in a cold glow. In the center was a hollow stump, wide enough to stand in. Around it were bones, animal maybe, some not. Aaron didn't want to go near it, but then he heard a new voice, his mother's. "Aaron, sweetheart, where are you?" He spun around. "Mom?" She stepped into the clearing, wearing the same clothes she'd had on at the cabin. Her face was pale, eyes wide with concern. "I've been looking everywhere for you," she said, opening her arms. "Come here." Aaron took a step forward, then stopped. Her feet weren't touching the ground. "You're not her," he said, backing away. The figure twitched, the skin rippled, then peeled, like something inside was crawling out. What came next looked like no boy, no woman, no person. It was long and pale, with limbs too many and joints bending the wrong way. Its mouth stretched across its face, filled with black teeth. It dropped to all fours and scuttled toward him. Aaron turned and dove into the hollow stump. He didn't think, just instinct. Inside, it was deeper than it should have been. He kept crawling down, down into the dark. Above him, he heard the creature shriek. Then, silence. When he finally stopped crawling, he found himself in a small underground chamber. The air was cold and smelled of dirt and rot. In the far corner sat a bundle of rags. He crept closer and realized it was a person, curled up, barely breathing. It was the pale boy, his real body, thin, starved, barely alive. His eyes fluttered open. "Did it follow you?" he whispered. "What is it?" Aaron asked, shivering. The boy coughed. "It took me, long ago, left something behind. It looks like me, but it isn't. It feeds on fear, lures people in." Aaron felt the blood drain from his face. "Can we stop it?" The boy tried to smile. "Bury the stump, trap it inside, but don't let it trick you again." Then he closed his eyes and didn't open them again. Aaron crawled back up. The forest was quiet. The stump stood still under the moonlight. He found a fallen branch and began shoving dirt and rocks into the hollow, faster and faster, until his fingers bled. As he worked, the voices started again. "Aaron, help me. It's your mom." He didn't listen. He kept going. Eventually, the hole was full, sealed. The wind stopped. The forest went still. When the sun rose, Aaron found his way back to the cabin. He never spoke of what happened, but sometimes, at night, he still hears the whisper, calling from deep beneath the earth. And he knows it's still down there, waiting. The end. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a nice day. Until next time.